"You're not my dad. Stop tracking me," my fiancé said after ignoring my calls all night and walking in at 7 a.m. I replied, "Got it." I cast her friend's club video onto the TV, her on some guy's lap taking shots. When she saw herself on the screen, I, 28, male, had been with Chloe, 26, for 2 years. We were supposed to get married in 4 months. Right now, I'm watching her pack her things while her mother screams at me through the phone, calling me controlling and paranoid. But 3 days ago, I was the one sitting in our living room at 7:13 in the morning, waiting for her to walk through the door after a full night of ignored calls and radio silence. When she finally stumbled in, mascara smudged, heels in hand, I asked where she had been. She looked at me like I had just insulted her. "You're not my dad. Stop tracking me." I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just said, "Got it." Then I picked up the TV remote, opened the casting app on my phone, and played the video her friend Becca had posted on Instagram 6 hours earlier. The one where Chloe was sitting on some guy's lap at a rooftop club downtown, laughing, taking shots, his hand on her waist like it belonged there. The sound of her own laughter filled the room. She froze. The smile died on her face the second she saw herself on the screen. Chloe and I met at a friend's birthday party in 2023. She was funny, spontaneous, the kind of person who made boring weekends feel like adventures. 6 months in, we moved in together. A year later, I proposed at the same park where we had our first real date. For a long time, things were good. But around December, something shifted. She started going out more. Girls' nights, she called them. Thursday became Friday. Friday became Saturday and Sunday. I didn't mind at first. I wanted her to have fun, to have her own space. But the pattern got sharper. She'd leave at 9 p.m., say she'd be home by midnight, and walk in at 4 a.m. with her phone on Do Not Disturb. When I'd ask how her night went, she'd give me one-word answers. Fine, fun, tired. Her friends became strangers to me. She'd mention people I'd never heard of. Becca, Jordan, some guy named Kyle who was just a friend from spin class. Then came the night that broke it. January 18th, a Friday. She told me she was going to a birthday dinner for her coworker, someone named Megan. She said it was a small group, just appetizers and wine, and she'd be home by 11. "Do you want me to pick you up?" I asked. "No, Becca's driving. I'll be fine." She kissed me on the cheek and left at 8:30. By midnight, I texted her, "Hey, you good?" No response. At 1 a.m., I called. Straight to voicemail. At 3 a.m., I opened Instagram. That's when I saw Becca's story. It was a short video. Flashing lights. Bass-heavy music. A rooftop bar I didn't recognize. The camera panned across a group of people, drinks in hand, laughing. And there was Chloe. She wasn't sitting with the girls. She was on a couch in the corner, leaning back against some guy I'd never seen before. His arm was draped across the back of the couch. Her legs were crossed toward him. He handed her a shot glass, and she tipped it back, laughing, her hand resting on his knee. The timestamp said 2:47 a.m. I took a screenshot. Then I screen recorded it, just in case the story disappeared. I sat there on the couch, staring at the TV, my phone still in my hand. I didn't text her. I didn't call again. I just waited. She walked in at 7:13 a.m. I hadn't moved from the couch. I'd been sitting there for hours, my phone next to me. The video paused on the screen. She didn't see me at first. She dropped her purse by the door, kicked off her heels, and walked toward the bedroom. "Long night," I said. She jumped, turned around. "Jesus, you scared me." She laughed, but it was tight, nervous. "What are you doing up?" "Couldn't sleep." "How was Megan's birthday?" Her eyes flicked away for half a second. "It was good. We went to that Italian place near her apartment. The one on 5th. Yeah, that one." I nodded slowly. "What time did you leave?" "I don't know. Maybe 11. We went to a bar after." "Which bar?" Her face changed. Not angry. Not guilty. Just annoyed. "Why are you asking me this?" "I'm just curious. You sound like my dad right now." I stayed calm. "I'm not trying to interrogate you. I was just worried. You didn't answer your phone." "My phone died." "At 1 a.m.? "Yeah. I forgot my charger." Becca didn't have one. She crossed her arms. "What is this?" "Nothing. I'm just trying to understand." "Understand what?" "That I went out with my friends and didn't update you every 5 minutes. I called you 3 times. And I was busy." "Doing what?" Her jaw tightened. "You're not my dad. Stop tracking me." I looked at her for a long moment. Then I picked up the remote. Got it, I said. She frowned. What does that mean? I opened the casting app on my phone and tapped the video. It loaded onto the TV. The sound came first. Music. Laughter. Then the image. Chloe, sitting on the couch. The guy's arm behind her. His hand on her waist. The shot glass. Her laugh. She went pale. What is that? Becca's Instagram story. From 2:47 this morning. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. So, I said, my voice still calm. Who's the guy? That's not what it looks like. What does it look like? We were just hanging out. He's a friend. A friend whose lap you were sitting on? I wasn't on his lap. I rewound the video 5 seconds and paused it. Her body was angled into his. His hand was on her hip. You're right, I said. You were next to his lap. My mistake. You're twisting this. Am I? She stepped toward me. You're acting crazy right now. I asked you where you were. You lied. We were at a restaurant. At 2:47 in the morning? She didn't answer. Who is he, Chloe? His name is Kyle. He's in Becca's friend group. We all went out together. It's not a big deal. Then why didn't you tell me? Because I knew you'd react like this. I stood up. I'm not reacting. I'm asking. And you're lying. She shook her head, her eyes wet now. I can't believe you're doing this. Doing what? Accusing me. Spying on me. I didn't spy. Your friend posted it. And you screenshotted it like some psycho. I didn't answer. She grabbed her purse. I need space. From me or from Kyle? She slammed the door on her way out. She didn't come back that night. Or the next. She texted me once, at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Staying at Becca's. Need time to think. I replied. Take all the time you need. I didn't chase her. I just started looking. I went back through her Instagram. Kyle showed up in 4 different videos over the past 6 weeks. December 8th. A bar downtown. Chloe and Kyle standing close, his hand on her lower back. December 15th. A house party. Chloe sitting on a couch, Kyle next to her, their knees touching. December 29th. New Year's Eve countdown. Chloe and Kyle at the same table. January 18th. The rooftop club. The lap. The shots. I saved everything. Then I checked our phone bill. We were on the same plan, so I could see call logs and text counts. Between December 1st and January 18th, Chloe had exchanged 847 texts with a number I didn't recognize. The area code was local. The timing was late. 11 p.m. midnight. 1 a.m. I cross-referenced the number with Kyle's Instagram profile. He had his contact info listed in his bio. It matched. 847 texts in 6 weeks. Then I opened our bank account. We had a joint checking account for shared expenses. January 12th. $87 at a bar called Crimson Lounge. 11:43 p.m. January 14th. $62 at a sushi place downtown. 9:15 p.m. January 18th. $134 at the rooftop club. 1:52 a.m. I clicked on the Crimson Lounge charge. There was a Venmo request attached. She'd sent Kyle $40 the next morning with the caption, "Thanks for covering drinks." I took a screenshot. Then I checked her Venmo history. It was public. December 10th. Chloe paid Kyle $25. Caption, coffee. December 22nd. Kyle paid Chloe $50. Caption, dinner. January 5th. Chloe paid Kyle $30. Caption, Uber. January 19th. Kyle paid Chloe $100. Caption, last night. Last night. The night she sat on his lap. I printed everything. The phone bill. The bank statement. The Venmo transactions. Then I went back to Instagram and found Kyle's profile. He had 1,200 followers. His bio said he was a fitness coach and entrepreneur. On January 19th, he posted a photo from the rooftop club. The caption read, "Good vibes only." In the background, barely visible, was Chloe. Same couch. Same guy. Same night. I took a screenshot of that too. Then I texted Chloe, "When you're ready to talk, I'll be here. But I need the truth. All of it." She didn't respond. So I texted Becca, "Hey, I know this is awkward, but I need to ask you something. How long has Chloe been seeing Kyle?" 3 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Becca, I'm not getting in the middle of this." "Me? I'm not asking you to pick sides. I just need to know if I'm crazy." "Becca, you're not crazy." "Me, how long?" "Becca, since December." I stared at the text. 6 weeks. Update 1. Chloe came back on Sunday night. She walked in quietly, like she was testing the temperature. I was sitting at the kitchen table, a folder in front of me. Hey, she said softly. Hey. She sat down across from me. I'm sorry I left like that. It's fine. I just needed to clear my head. I nodded. Did you? Yeah, I think so. I opened the folder and slid the first page across the table. The phone bill summary. Her number. Kyle's number. 847 texts. She looked at it, then back at me. What is this? Our phone bill. Why are you showing me this? Because you said Kyle was just a friend. Friends don't text 847 times in 6 weeks. Her face flushed. You went through my phone records? They're on the joint account. That's a violation of my privacy. Lying for 6 weeks is a violation of my trust. She stood up. I'm not doing this. Sit down. No. I slid the second page across. The Venmo screenshot. Last night. Kyle to Chloe. $100. What did he pay you for? Her hands shook. That's none of your business. We're engaged. It's my business. We were engaged. I don't know if we still are. The room went quiet. Say that again, I said. She looked at me, her eyes red. I don't know if I want to marry you. Because of Kyle? Because you're suffocating me. I laughed. I'm suffocating you. Yes. You track me. You question me. Because you've been cheating on me for 6 weeks. I haven't cheated. I slid the third page across. The Instagram screenshot. Chloe on the couch. Kyle's hand on her waist. What do you call this? We were just hanging out. At 2 a.m. On his lap. While you ignored my calls. I wasn't on his lap. Chloe. My voice broke. Just once. Stop lying. Her face crumpled. I didn't mean for this to happen. For what to happen? I met him at Becca's holiday party. We started talking. He was funny. He listened. And I don't. You're always working. You're always tired. Because I've been saving for the wedding. For us. I didn't ask you to do that. I stared at her. You said yes when I proposed. I know. So what changed? I don't know. Did you sleep with him? She didn't answer. Chloe, did you sleep with him? Once. The word hung in the air. When? January 12th. The night she said she was at Megan's birthday. I stood up and walked to the window. I want you out. What? Get your stuff and leave. This is my apartment too. The lease is in my name. You can't just kick me out. Watch me. She grabbed her phone. I'm calling my mom. Go ahead. She dialed, put it on speaker. What's wrong, baby? Mom, he's kicking me out. What? What? Because he's insane. I walked over and took the phone. Hi, Karen. Your daughter has been sleeping with a guy named Kyle since December. I have text logs, bank records, and video evidence. She admitted it 5 minutes ago. Silence. Then, you're lying. I'll send you the screenshots. I hung up and handed Chloe the phone. You have 3 days. She stared at me, her face pale. Then she grabbed her purse and left. The door slammed. Update 2. The text started within an hour. Karen, you humiliated my daughter. She made a mistake. I replied with the phone bill screenshot. 847 texts. She didn't respond. Then Chloe's sister, Jenna. I can't believe you're doing this. She loves you. I replied with the Venmo screenshots. Last night, $100. Jenna, what does this even mean? Me. Ask her. Then Becca. You're blowing this out of proportion. Me. She admitted they slept together. Becca. Becca. I didn't know that. Me. Yes, you did. I sent her the video again. Becca, I'm sorry. Then my buddy Marcus texted. Dude, is it true? Chloe's saying you accused her of cheating because she went out with friends. I called him. She's lying, I said. I didn't go through her phone. I saw a video her friend posted. Then I checked our joint accounts. Do you have proof? I have a folder. Send it. I sent him the bank statement, phone bill, Venmo screenshots, and Instagram video. Marcus, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, man. The next day, I got a text from Kyle. Hey, man. I think we need to talk. I didn't respond. Kyle. Chloe told me you guys were basically over. She said you were controlling and she was planning to leave. Me. She lied. We were engaged. The wedding was in 4 months. Kyle. Kyle. I didn't know that. Me. Now you do. Kyle. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Me. You slept with my fiancée. Sorry doesn't fix that. An hour later, Kyle posted on Instagram. I want to apologize to anyone I hurt recently. I got involved in a situation I didn't fully understand. Sending love to everyone going through tough times. One comment stood out. From a girl named Sarah. You did the same thing to me last year. You told me your ex was crazy, and you were basically single. I found out later you were still living with her. You're not a good person, Kyle. I screenshotted it. Then I went back to Chloe's Instagram. She'd posted a story. Black screen with white text. Sometimes the person you trust the most is the one who hurts you the worst. Choose healing over bitterness. I replied to her story with the screenshot of Sarah's comment. Looks like you weren't the first. She deleted the story 10 minutes later. Update 3. Chloe tried to move back in on Tuesday. I was at work when my neighbor, Mr. Alvarez, texted. Your girlfriend is at your door with a key. Should I be concerned? I called him immediately. Don't let her in. I changed the locks yesterday. She's saying you illegally locked her out. The lease is in my name. She's not a tenant. I gave her 3 days. She's yelling at me now. Tell her I'll leave her things in the hallway. If she doesn't pick them up by 6 p.m., I'm donating them. I texted Chloe. Your stuff will be in the hallway at 5 p.m. Take it or lose it. Chloe, you can't do this. Me. I already did. Chloe, I'm calling the police. Me. Go ahead. She did. At 4:30 p.m., a police officer called. Sir, we have a report that you illegally locked your girlfriend out. She's not my girlfriend anymore. And she was never on the lease. Do you have documentation? Yes. I can email you the lease agreement. I sent it. 5 minutes later, he called back. You're in the clear. She has no legal claim. Thank you. Just so you're aware, she's threatening to file a harassment claim. For what? She says you've been stalking her online. I shared information about her cheating with people who asked. That's not harassment. Just be careful. At 5 p.m., I packed her stuff into garbage bags and left them in the hallway. I left the engagement ring on top in its box. She showed up at 5:45 with her mom and Jenna. I watched through the peephole as they loaded everything into Karen's car. Chloe was crying. Karen was yelling. This is abuse. You're abusing my daughter. I didn't open the door. The next morning, I got an email from Chloe's lawyer. Subject, cease and desist. Dear, my name. On behalf of my client, I demand that you immediately cease all forms of harassment, including sharing private information about my client on social media and contacting her friends and family. Sincerely, lawyer's name. I forwarded it to my own lawyer, Tom. Tom called me back in 20 minutes. This is a joke. You didn't do anything illegal. She's just trying to scare you. So I don't need to respond. Nope. Let her waste her money. 3 weeks later, Chloe and Kyle broke up. I heard it from Marcus, who heard it from Becca. Kyle ghosted her after Sarah's comment went viral. 3 more girls came forward with stories about him lying and cheating. Chloe tried to defend him at first, posting cryptic stories about not believing everything online. But when a girl named Emily posted screenshots of Kyle texting her the same week he was with Chloe, calling her the one, Chloe snapped. She deleted every photo of him, unfollowed him, blocked him. Then she posted a long apology. I made a mistake. I hurt someone I loved because I was selfish. I'm sorry to everyone I let down. I'm working on being better. The comments were brutal. Too little, too late. Maybe next time don't cheat on your fiancé. She deleted the post after 2 hours. Marcus sent me a screenshot. Thoughts? None, I replied. Chloe tried to text me once. Can we talk? I didn't respond. She called. I didn't pick up. She showed up at my apartment. I didn't open the door. Eventually, she stopped trying. I found out later she'd moved back in with her mom. She quit her job. She deleted Instagram. She stopped going out. Karen called me once, her voice softer than before. She's really struggling. I'm sorry to hear that. She knows she made a mistake. She wants to apologize. She already did. I saw the post. She wants to do it in person. I don't want to see her. Please. She's my daughter. And I was her fiancé. She made her choice. Karen didn't call again. A month later, I ran into Becca at a coffee shop. Hey, she said quietly. Hey. How are you? Good. You? Fine. She hesitated. I'm sorry. For everything. It's not your fault. I should have told you sooner. Would you have believed you? She smiled sadly. Probably not. Exactly. For what it's worth, she regrets it. Good. Do you miss her? I thought about it. I miss who I thought she was, I said. But that person didn't exist. Becca nodded. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about Chloe after that. Not really. I didn't miss her. I missed the idea of having a partner. But I didn't miss her. 6 months later, I sold the engagement ring. It sat in my closet for weeks, a small velvet box I couldn't bring myself to open. Every time I saw it, I felt the weight of everything. The lies. The betrayal. I took it to a jeweler downtown. He inspected it and offered me $2,400. I said yes. He handed me a check, and I walked out into the sunlight. I deposited the check that afternoon and bought a plane ticket to Iceland. I'd always wanted to go. Chloe used to say it was too cold and too expensive. I went alone. I spent a week hiking through lava fields, soaking in hot springs, and watching the northern lights from a cabin in the middle of nowhere. I didn't post about it. I didn't take selfies. I just existed. On the last night, I sat outside with a cup of coffee and watched the sky turn green and purple. The air was cold, but I didn't mind. For the first time in months, I felt free. When I got back, I moved out of the apartment. I found a smaller place closer to work, one bedroom, no memories. I packed everything in 2 days and left the keys on the counter. I didn't look back. Marcus helped me move. We ordered pizza and sat on the floor of my new place. "You doing okay?" he asked. "Yeah, I'm good. You seem lighter." I smiled. "I feel lighter." "You seeing anyone?" "No, not yet. Not ready. Just not in a hurry." He nodded. "That's fair." We ate in silence for a while. "You know," Marcus said, "I'm proud of you." I looked at him. "For what?" "For not going back." I thought about it. "Really?" "Yeah, for like 5 minutes." I shrugged. But I realized I didn't want to spend the rest of my life wondering if she was lying. Checking her phone. Looking at her Instagram. I didn't want to be that person. "You're not that person." "I know. And I'm not going to become that person." Marcus raised his beer. "To fresh starts." I clinked my bottle against his. "To fresh starts." A year later, I'm still single. I'm not looking, but I'm not hiding either. I go out. I meet people. I say yes to dates when I feel like it. I deleted Chloe's number. I unfollowed her on everything. I blocked her mom and her sister. I don't know where she is now. I don't know if she's with someone new. I don't know if she's happy. And I don't care. Sometimes people ask me if I regret how it ended. I tell them no. I could have yelled. I could have made a scene. I could have posted the video publicly. But I didn't. I showed her the evidence, told her to leave, and moved on. Because at the end of the day, revenge isn't about destroying someone. It's about proving you were right. And I was. The ring that was supposed to start my life with her bought me a trip to Iceland instead. A week of peace. A week of freedom. Some rings start wars. Mine bought me a plane ticket. And I'd take that trade any day.